entertainmentbuddha.com.
Hey everyone, Matt Haywood from entertainmentbuddha.com bringing you a video preview from the Star Wars Battlefront beta that just wrapped last night. So much has been made about the Star Wars Battlefront beta. 9 million people played it, but one of the biggest concerns or one of the biggest observations everyone had was the resolution on the console versions. So PS4 we're only getting 900p, where Xbox One we're only getting 720p. And that was done so DICE could make sure the textures and environments look super rich on the consoles, which after playing, especially the PS4 version, I think was a pretty good choice. I mean, in the end, is resolution really the end-all, be-all of video games? Sure, it'll make a difference on high-end screens or larger screens. You know, the larger you stretch out the pixels, the less density you get of colors and clarity. But when it comes down to it, and what I want to show in this video is that Star Wars Battlefront still looks pretty damn good on consoles, even with the whole resolution scandal. Not that it's a scandal, I mean, DICE came out and said this is what it is. It's what the consoles can support, so they can provide the high-end textures that the PC players would get on the PC version of Star Wars Battlefront. So just want to start off by showing you some PS4 gameplay footage on the Solace map during Drop Zone. We'll then cut over to look at the Xbox One to see that, yes, it is slightly off. I mean, again, the resolution is even worse on Xbox One, but just overall, the graphics aren't quite as clear on the Xbox One. And then we'll do a little side-by-side so you can look at it and get your fanboy on. So, ready? All right, here we go. Let's kick off the match on the PS4 version of Star Wars Battlefront, the beta. Again, this is the Solace map. Alright, so if you've been reading the other posts out there, YouTubers, this, that, and the other thing, you've probably heard that, oh my god, Battlefront is only 900p and it looks terrible. Well, here is your proof. I really have a hard time saying the game looks terrible on the PS4 due to its 900p resolution. Like I said earlier, that will definitely come into play the larger your screen is. So if you're someone like me, you're on a 65-inch UHD TV screen, you will probably notice the resolution issue. There's no doubt about that, not gonna lie. But in the end, it's not really the resolutions that dictate the quality of the graphics. As you can see here on the Solace map, okay, so Solace is a new planet introduced in the Star Wars franchise. I mean, this is where people like Admiral Akbar came from and all that fun stuff. As you can see, it's kind of volcanic in nature. And I really think that the textures, as you can see here, they're lit beautifully. They have a feeling of real life to them. I mean, especially all these rocky, craggy environments that inhabit the Solace map here. So again, resolution, sure, 900p, should be 1080, hell, it should be 4K at this point in time. But if you really just stop and look around and look at the textures, look at the lighting and the environment, I think the game looks pretty damn slick on the PS4. So I'll just shut up and let you stare and kind of observe. Again, we're looking at the textures here. This video is not about the resolution, we've decided that. Resolution, its biggest impact is going to be on the size of the screen and packing in more pixels per inch. But as far as the textures go, like I said, DICE has them at the level of quality that you would find in the PC version. You're just not going to get the full-on 1080p resolution. So, again, love the coloring, rich environments, textures of the rocks. I mean, they look real. They look like you could interact with them as being a living human being. All right. Resolution textures isn't going to fix my crappy gameplay, that's for sure. Alright, so again, this is the PS4 version. We're getting a look at water now. Again, the different colors and the textures in the environment. Even up there in the sky, it looks nice and clean and pristine. So I honestly, and I'm not fanboying for PS4 or Xbox One or PC for that matter, I honestly think the game looks fine on the PS4. I mean, it's really, if I didn't know about the resolution, I doubt my eyes would even be able to tell. That's the funny thing about resolution debates. A lot of times the human eye can't really even tell the amount of pixels that are packed into a screen. Again, I'd hate to keep hammering this home. I mean, it will come into play the larger your screens get because you have more real estate to fill with pixels. So let's go ahead and switch over to the Xbox One version to see what that one looks like. Alright, so here is the Xbox One version of Star Wars Battlefront, the Beta Edition. And as you can see, at least I did right off the bat, just the whole visual package isn't as clear as the PS4, especially up there deep off in the far off environments. It looks blocky, so I actually think the resolution is coming into play in this version. Again, Xbox One, we're talking 720p, which is much different than even 900p and very different than 1080p. So, as you can see here, moving around, fast movements in the Xbox One version tends to muddy up the environment a bit. But when you do stop and kind of just take some time and look around, once again, the textures are pretty pristine. The lighting is spot on. It's just the resolution, for some reason, does affect the Xbox One version much more. To me, it just felt kind of washed out. The whole presentation doesn't feel as crisp as the PS4. And again, I'm not an Xbox One fanboy. I've actually played more games this generation turn on the PS4, so it has nothing to do with my allegiance to either brand. I like them both. I don't get into this defending console manufacturers like I work for them business like a lot of gamers do. But just wanted to show you here, again, we're looking at Xbox One version of Star Wars Battlefront Beta. Just muddier overall. Not terrible, not by any means. I mean, the textures still look pretty crisp. They still offer nice lighting. But in general, the presentation just isn't as clear as the PS4. So I would definitely have to give my nod to the PS4 in having the best overall visuals of Star Wars Battlefront on consoles. And yes, I do still suck and die a lot. So now we'll try to do a couple side-by-sides of the two versions together. I mean, it's going to be tough because they're multiplayer, so they're not the exact same gameplay segments, but you should be able to at least look in a split screen to analyze the views of both. In particular, the clarity of the textures is what we're looking at here. We know the resolution's off. I think that point is moot. Alright, so now we got split screen. You got PS4 on the left, Xbox One on the right. Like I said, not the exact same gameplay. It's still the same map, similar area. And I think it's pretty clear which one looks better visually. Again, just to be completely open and honest, both of these clips were recorded with the console's built-in DVR. So the clip on the right from the Xbox One, that comes from Upload Studio. The clip on the left from PS4 comes from its capture gallery. So there's no tomfoolery here. They're captured both with their native game DVRs. And I think it's, like I said, pretty obvious that the right side just visually is not as crystal clear as the left side. It just seems muddier, a bit blurry, if you will, compared to the PS4 side. Even the textures aren't quite as nice. They're still pretty damn good. I don't want you to misconstrue what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not shitting on either version here. I say get whatever one's going to make you happy and whatever one's going to have most of your friends playing on. But if we're just going from pure visual critique, the PS4 is the clear winner, in my opinion, at least during the beta period for Star Wars Battlefront. It just seems more crisp, more textures, lighting's a bit better, and clarity is much stronger in the PS4 version. Really, in the end, the best version, if you're just playing for graphics, will be the PC version. So, can't really help you there, people. But if you are a console owner and you are looking to get Star Wars Battlefront and visuals do matter to you, I would say get on the PS4. If visuals aren't a huge thing to you, nor should they be, I mean, really it comes down to gameplay, then you might want to think about your Xbox One, or really just go whatever platform has the most of your friends on it. Alright, so this is Matt Haywood signing off for EntertainmentBoo.com, bringing you my critique of the Battlefront beta, at least its visuals for both platforms. So make sure to stay tuned to EntertainmentBoo.com for more on Star Wars Battlefront as it releases November 17th. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit us up on a daily basis to make yourself a better geek, one post at a time.